Hey guys, welcome back to G-Man Games. Today, I'm going to be explaining the basic rules of the Pokemon card game and how you can get into playing and finding a way to play it. The first thing is finding where to play it, which you can do by stores that sell trading cards. You can go in and ask if they have like a Pokemon League every week, for example. And then going down just to see how it works, learn the basics of the game, and seeing if anyone can help you with some of the aspects, like making a deck, for example. But there are also, you have to learn the rules, which I will do a quick guide for now. With the Pokemon game, there are different types of cards. Like, there are energy cards, which are the cards that you need to use your attacks. Tools, which you can attach to your Pokemon to give certain benefits. Different types of energies. Stadiums, which you can have one in play and they just give you and your opponent benefits. Basic Pokemon, so these are just the Pokemon you put down at the start of the game. The evolved Pokemon, which you can evolve a Pokemon if it's compatible after waiting one turn. And a third stage, which you do the same thing, just evolve it after one turn. And supporter cards, which you can play one of during your turn. And items, which you can play however many you want during your turn, and they're just used for different benefits. Firstly, the basic rules of the game are, at the start of your game, you shuffle your deck, draw your hand, and then set 6 prize cards. And the way you win the game is by taking all 6 of those cards. By every time you knock out one of your opponent's Pokemon, you take one. Except for EX Pokemon like this, where it says in the bottom corner, when you knock it out, you can take 2 prize cards instead of 1. So you play, these are good cards, but they also have a bigger risk. And the way you actually set up is after you shuffle and set your prize cards, you start the game by putting a basic Pokemon, you can see if it's basic just in the top corner or not, in the active Pokemon slot, and then you or your opponent, you flip a coin, and one of you goes first. And at the start of your turn, you draw a card, and then if you go first, you can attach one energy. You can attach any tools you want, use an item or a stadium, but unless you go second, you can't play a supporter card during your first turn. And you also can't attack or evolve your Pokemon during your first turn. If you go second, the rules are the same, except you're able to attack and you're allowed to use supporter Pokemon. And another aspect is after you wait one turn with the basic Pokemon down, then you can evolve it into a second stage. And as well, you can use the attacks if you have the correct energy costs. For example, this Dragapult EX here, it needs a fire energy and a psychic energy to use its attack. So you can attach one a turn, and then after 2 turns, if you have this on the field, you're allowed to use a stronger attack. Or there are other ways to do it. Like this card, the Rare Candy, can put a basic Pokemon up to its final stage, if you're able to evolve that turn. And those are just like the very basics, but there are other things like your benched Pokemon, which are your active Pokemon, and then you can have up to 5 Pokemon in your bench for if you want to switch your Pokemon to use something else, or if it dies, you can put up a different one so you don't lose. Because you also lose the game if you have no Pokemon on your bench and your opponent kills your active Pokemon. There's also Pokemon abilities, which vary for Pokemon to Pokemon. Like this Dracloak here, its ability is once per turn, you can look at the top 2 cards of your deck and pick one of them to add to your hand. But there are other Pokemon, like this Blood Moon Ursaluna, where its ability makes it so you don't need energies to attack after your opponent takes a certain amount of prize cards. And you can use that however many times you want during your turn. And then there's also, like, for example, this is Dusk Noir, where the ability is you can kill it to put damage on one of your opponent's Pokemon, but you can only use that once per turn, because then if you use this ability, the Pokemon faints. And so the abilities vary from Pokemon to Pokemon. And those are the overall basics of the game. And if anyone has any questions about any of the rules, just put in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them. And if you would like me to do a more in-depth guide, like, for example, going over this deck specifically, just let me know and I'll make one of those videos. Thanks for watching.